Newcastle United have been knocked out of the Champions League. AC Milan too. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with the latest Newcastle United news.
Let's go!
Starting off with Joelinton's brilliance.
He's Brazilian. He only costs 40 million. We think he's brilliant. He's Joling.
Joelinton was incredible on the night, an absolute colossus in the middle of the park. He really epitomized everything that was good about Newcastle on the night. Anne was an absolute midfield machine, and what a goal to get his side up and running. He really brought energy to Newcastle's midfield, as he always does. If anyone deserved more from the game, it was him. Joelinton in the first half alone against Milan had a 78% pass accuracy, 29 touches, 3 shots on target, 2 key passes, 1 big chance created, 1 goal. The goal meant he has scored his second Champions League goal and his first for Newcastle.
It was not enough. We try hard. We try our best. I think in the first half we did really well. Great chance. We had control of the game and didn't score enough. And we get punished in the Champions League against the best teams, best players. And the chance they have, they score, and yeah, at the end, really disappoint, really sad, difficult night. Yeah.
It's probably difficult to put your finger on it so soon after the game, but what changed in the second half? How did Milan get the advantage?
Don't know. It's difficult to say. I think we start well as well, but they score. I don't know how, and yeah, it's difficult to analyze the game again and see what we did well, what we didn't, and learn with our mistakes, and go again Saturday because it's another massive game to us.
Then moving on to the Starboy performance, although Miley faded after the break. I can't speak highly enough of him. The biggest compliment I can give him is that I often completely forget he's 17 years old, and he's hardly had a kick in professional football. Miley in the game produced a clever pass to set up Joelinton's goal to cap off an excellent first half. He looks like he's been playing at this level for years. In the first half against Milan, Miley had a 95% pass accuracy, 27 touches, 18 out of 19 passes completed, 3 out of 5 ground duels won, 2 fouls won, 1 key pass, 1 assist. With the assist meaning Miley is the youngest player in UEFA Champions League history to assist a goal for an English club, breaking Theo Walcott's record from November 2006 for Arsenal. Another youngster who made history for Newcastle United was Yankuba Minteh, while Miguel Almiron was wasteful in the final third after missing a golden first-half chance, with his decision-making throughout the evening being extremely poor. Yankuba Minteh scored a goal for Feyenoord on the night in the exact same time that Almiron missed his tap-in at, despite playing only 36 minutes. And with that goal against Celtic, he became the second Gambian to score in the Champions League and the youngest to do so. And aged 19 years and 144 days, Yankuba Minteh also became the youngest player ever to score for Feyenoord in the Champions League, and the youngest in an European major tournament since Jorginho Wijnaldum in 2008. This only signals on how bright Newcastle United's future is. Then, the fourth thing we learned was the goalkeeping problem. Based on the quality of shots faced using XG on target, Nick Pope was the goalkeeper who prevented the most goals in the UEFA Champions League group stage this season, with a +4.9. In the absence of Nick Pope, Martin Dubravka had nothing to do all night but to pick the ball out his net twice.
Are you sure about that?
In the full 90 minutes of the game, Martin Dubravka had 0 saves, -0.51 goal prevented, 0 punches from inside the box, 0 punches, 0 runs out, and 0 high claims. With that, no amount of training will get Dubravka to be at the levels of Pope. And Newcastle United have realized this challenge, and that's why they have made a move for a prolific goalkeeper, who shall be discussed later in this video. Then moving on to the all-or-nothing gamble, as Jamal Lascelles said, we maybe could have been a bit smarter about things. But we are a positive, attacking team, and we try to play on the front foot, Tonight it cost us. Just like Keith Downey, do you feel that Newcastle shouldn't have been chasing the winner so openly when they had the Europa League in the bag? Do you feel the team was a bit naive?
How was the game, won and lost? How did you see it play out?
Well, I think we were really good value for the 1-0 lead at half-time. I think you always want it to be more, but it was 1-0. Probably their first goal was the key moment. We didn't defend a second phase set play well enough. And ultimately it's a poor goal. For how hard we had to work for ours, I felt that was soft. Then the game's in the balance because both teams are going for the win, and it was very end-to-end. It was a great spectacle, actually. And we probably lost a bit of threat in the second half that we had in that first period.
You went out fighting though, didn't you? I mean, instead of settling for a draw and sort of going, oh, Europa League will do, you went out and you pushed right to the very end.
Yeah, we went out fighting. That was always going to be our way. I don't think we could be anything else. That is the Newcastle way, is to attack and to be proactive, and we're pushing men forward. And from my side, it was just, are we good enough on a transition to score? And without wanting to make excuses for us, but I just felt we maybe lacked the freshness that maybe having more options would have given us that ability to be more clinical in those situations. I think we were a little bit fatigued with the cycle that we're in, and I think that probably played a part. I'm not making excuses. I'm just trying to find what I feel is the right answer.
For me, it's a dilemma because previously, the team were lambasted for being ultra-defensive and negative. Now they are being dug out for trying to win. Overall, what still pained me is this. As Jake Buckley said, if it wasn't for that penalty that PSG got in the 97th minute against Newcastle, Milan would be second, Newcastle would be third, PSG would be fourth. But instead now, PSG are in the knockout stage of the Champions League. Be it as it may, as Bruno Guimaraes, who put in a great performance, said, "It's hard to accept what happened today. I think we deserved more. I am very proud of our team and our fans. We have to go on with our heads held high. Nobody said it would be easy. Whatever happens, Newcastle United will never be defeated." Then after the match, Newcastle United boss Eddie Howe confirmed that both Kieran Trippier and Anthony Gordon left the pitch because of injury. So there is a chance they may not be involved in the Fulham game. But let's wait and see. Then, in other Newcastle United news, according to leaked information from Footy Headlines, the Newcastle United away kit for the 2024-2025 season will be produced by Adidas, replacing the previous manufacturer Castore. The new away kit is set to pay homage to the 1995-96 away kit, which was the first kit released by Adidas for Newcastle United. The 1995-96 Newcastle United away kit featured blue and red stripes with off-white logos. While the exact design of the 24-25 away kit has not been revealed, it is expected to closely resemble the original kit from the 1995-96 season. One notable difference is that the modern Adidas logo will be used on the Newcastle United 2024-25 away kit. This suggests that while the design may harken back to the past, there will be some contemporary elements incorporated as well. As for availability, the Adidas Newcastle United FC 2024-2025 away shirt is expected to be released for purchase in mid-late July 2024. Fans will have the opportunity to acquire the kit and show their support for the team during the Premier League season. Then, in terms of transfer news, according to various reports, Newcastle United is reportedly close to finalizing the signing of Manchester City midfielder Kalvin Phillips. It is said that the move is almost certain to happen, with a loan deal being agreed upon for the upcoming January transfer window. The agreement is believed to not include an obligation for Newcastle to buy Phillips at the end of the 2023-24 season. This decision is likely due to the club's desire to assess Phillips's performance after previous injury concerns and a lack of playing time under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. At present, a temporary loan move appears to be beneficial for all parties involved. It provides Eddie Howe, the Newcastle United manager, with a short-term replacement for the suspended Sandro Tonali, while also offering Phillips an opportunity to gain valuable game time. Phillips is aiming to secure his place in the England national team's Euro squad and revive his Premier League career, having played only 89 minutes of football so far this season. The hope is that Newcastle will finalize the signing of Phillips during the first week of the January transfer window. Although Tottenham Hotspur are also interested, Manchester City has reportedly given their approval for the winter move, and despite interest from Juventus, the player himself is keen to remain in England. Concerns have been raised about Phillips's sharpness due to his limited appearances this season, having started in only one match across all competitions. However, Eddie Howe, who has long admired Phillips, is reportedly satisfied with the midfielder's fitness levels. It is worth noting that Newcastle had made attempts to sign Phillips during the summer transfer window, but at that time, Phillips had decided to fight for his place at Manchester City. While, according to reports from Spain, Newcastle United is reportedly interested in signing Valencia goalkeeper Giorgi Mamardashvili during the upcoming January transfer window. Fichajes, a Spanish outlet, claims that Valencia is facing significant financial difficulties and may be compelled to sell one of their key players to generate funds. Giorgi Mamardashvili, a highly regarded 23-year-old goalkeeper, has attracted the attention of several clubs, including Newcastle United, Tottenham Hotspur, and Manchester United. The player's availability is said to be a result of Valencia's financial troubles. Newcastle's current situation in goal is uncertain, as Nick Pope is expected to be sidelined for the next 4-5 months due to shoulder surgery, and Martin Dubravka has conceded 7 goals in the team's previous 2 matches. Consequently, the club is reportedly exploring various options ahead of the January transfer window. This could involve making a permanent bid for Mamardashvili, or considering short-term moves for other goalkeepers like Hugo Lloris. It is likely that Newcastle will bring in another goalkeeper in the coming month to bolster their squad.